Yes, it was Farm Day, and that was just one of the great things that we've had going on here in the Putnam County school system. Hello, everyone. I'm Buddy Pearson, the Marketing and Communications Supervisor. Thanks for tuning in to the PCS Connection podcast. It has been a super busy week, but I tell you what, going to check out Farm Day is one of the funnest things you'll ever do. Just look at how much fun these students had when they got to go to Heidelberg's and learn all about Farm Day.
So we have our Farm Day event going on today. We have about 500 students here today from a number of schools in Putnam County, and so these students will come here to learn all about agriculture from A to Z as they rotate through about 28 learning stations, and they'll learn everything from production to processing to even marketing. Our emphasis is that this is very experiential, very hands-on for the kids, and so they seem to really enjoy it, and we certainly do enjoy putting it on. About 250 volunteers will be here today. Those will be Tennessee Tech students, high school students from Upperman, Monterey, and Cookeville, ag students from the FFA chapters there, a number of just community volunteers, people who are just aware of this event and just put it on their calendar every day, so every year. So we'll have about 250 unique volunteers each day. So Farm Bureau is the presenting sponsor really of this event, and so at Farm Bureau much of what we do is about education and advocacy as it pertains to agriculture, and so we kind of lead the effort, and then Tennessee Tech really is our key partner in this. Area businesses also help sponsor and partner, but fundamentally it's a Farm Bureau event, but it would not be possible without the partners and sponsors that we have and stakeholders that participate in the event. So unfortunately, because of the rain yesterday, we had to cancel because of the threat of storms, which that did materialize, so that was the right call. So we are working now for a plan that will allow us to take some smaller version of this to those schools that did not get to experience this in person yesterday. So we're still working on that plan, but it's certainly our intent to get resources and material. It's certainly our intent to get resources and materials to the students and for them to have some kind of experience that will be the substitute, unfortunately, for missing Farm Day yesterday due to weather.
Somebody who has done something nobody else in Putnam County history, Cookeville High history, has ever done, and that's win a state championship in rifle. That's right, Mallory Johnson, Cookeville High. Student is here with us. Mallory, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, what grade are you in at Cookeville High?
I'm a senior.
You are a senior. Okay, great. So tell us about winning a state championship in rifle. Where did you go? What did you have to do in order to win the state?
So the state championships were at Montgomery Bell Academy in Nashville, and last year I got second at state, and so I used that as motivation to come back and win it this year.
Yeah. So what did you have to do to win state?
So it's a 60-shot match.
Okay.
So it's 20 shots prone, 20 shots kneeling, and 20 shots standing.
Okay. And how did you score?
I shot a 592 out of 600.
That's pretty good. Is that your best score ever?
Yes, that was.
Now, what are you shooting, and what are you shooting at?
We shoot at a electronic target, so
Okay.
it's just one hole in a paper. And it's about 10 meters away,
Okay.
and we have a screen on our end that shows us exactly what we shot, and it'll say a 10.2. It'll even tell you the decimal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And
It's
you're
really
shooting
cool.
an air rifle?
Yes, air
Okay.
rifle, yes.
So how did you get started in this?
Well, I started shooting BB guns at around 9 or 10, and a family friend of my grandparents is the one that really got me into it, and her and her dad gave me so many opportunities to move on in the sport, and around 7th grade I added sporter air rifle, and then I shot that through my sophomore year, and my junior year I started shooting precision air rifle, which is what they shoot in college and at the Olympics.
Oh, wow. So then after winning the state, now you went to a qualifier for the Junior Olympics. How did that
Yes.
go?
It went really well, really well.
Yeah. So what did you have to do there?
It was a 60-shot match, but this time it was just standing.
Okay.
And so we shot a different match for 2 days. And our scores were added together for our overall placing.
How'd you do?
I'm not sure of my specific placing, but I did pretty well.
Did you qualify?
No.
Oh.
No.
So what's next?
I signed to shoot on the rifle team at Murray State. And
Oh, really?
so next year I will be shooting for them. And also we have our CMP regional tournament this week. So we will leave tomorrow and we'll go to Anniston, Alabama
Oh,
and
wow.
shoot a match to qualify for nationals.
Well, that's awesome. That is awesome. So where do you go and practice, and kind of what do you do to get ready for these big tournaments?
I practice at school. JRTC has a range that they let me use, and it's just big enough for air rifle. So we have it marked out in there, and we'll practice a couple days a week, and then we'll go to matches on the weekend.
Awesome. Well, I know when we found out that you'd won state, and we posted your picture on our social media page, and it just absolutely blew up. Everybody was talking about, oh, this is awesome, and what's it feel like to get that kind of feedback?
Well, I'm just glad that people know about it because
Yeah.
it's not like a known sport.
Right.
And it felt really good that everyone was congratulating me.
Did you know Tennessee Tech used to have a rifle team?
I did.
Yeah,
I
they won
did.
3 national championships, and now they don't have a rifle team. You
I
would be able to go to
know.
Tennessee Tech
I know.
if they still had a rifle team.
Yeah.
And now you're going to Murray State.
Yes.
Ah, that hurts my heart. That's okay. So you're going to continue shooting while you're at Murray State. Is the goal to eventually get to the Olympics?
Yes, that is my goal in the long run.
Yeah. So when you were talking about the 3 different, the prone, the kneeling, the standing, which is your strength?
Standing.
Standing.
Most people don't like standing, but I love it, and I think I'm good at it, and it's my favorite. I could shoot standing all day.
Now, is it just air rifle that you shoot, or do you shoot other types of
For school,
guns,
I
weapons?
just shoot air rifle, but
Okay.
I also shoot small bore, which is 22,
Okay.
and that is a 60-shot match. It's 20 shots kneeling, 20 shots prone, 20 shots standing.
And that's in
But-
the Olympics also?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, great. And where do you go to practice that?
I practice at Montgomery Bell Academy in Nashville.
Okay. Do you practice around here? I mean, with the 22?
There's not really a good place to practice indoor
Mm-hmm.
around here. I can practice outdoor, at my house or something, but it's mostly indoor, so I have to drive to Nashville for it.
Now, you said your grandparents, was it grandparents or friends of your grandparents?
It
who got
was friends of my grandparents.
you? Yeah. Are they pretty proud of you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do they go to the matches and those kind of things?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, that's awesome. So if you could think about the ultimate goal, I mean, do you picture yourself standing on that Olympic podium, getting that gold medal, and then playing the national anthem?
Yes, I can. I want that so bad.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, now, how's school going? I know you're getting ready to graduate, it's literally days away from graduation. Are
Yeah.
you ready?
Well, some days I'm ready, and some days I think I'm going to miss it, but we'll see.
Yeah. Is there any other activities that you do besides shooting?
I am in FFA. I do a lot with FFA.
Okay.
I'm the chapter president, so.
Oh, great. Awesome. Mallory Johnson, the first ever state rifle champion at Cookeville High School here in Putnam County, trying to make it all the way to the Olympics. We're rooting all the way for you. Just remember us, whenever you
Yes.
make it.
I for sure will.
Well, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Well, here on the PCSS Connection, we love to brag about our students in the Putnam County school system, and we've got a couple here that we want to brag on. Let me tell you a little bit about them. Upperman's Tehya Dobbs and Ian Cox recently represented PCSS at the Youth and Government Conference by winning the Superior Brief for the Supreme Court. So the Superior Brief. I don't know what that is, but that sounds pretty cool. We're going to ask him what that is. And then Ian also was chosen for judicial review, so welcome in Tehya Dobbs and Ian Cox.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
We
glad to
really
be here.
appreciate it.
All right, so Ted, tell me what was the what was the Superior Brief?
So before you go into the conference, they give you like all this stuff that you have to go through, and they give you a case, and then it's a model case, so it's not a real case or anything. But then they give you case law that is real case law. So you have to go through and you have to argue on both sides. And this guy that's in the model case is appealing to the Supreme Court of Tennessee, and so we have to argue for both sides, and we have to use that case law to argue. And so in the brief, we like set it all up and put it all out for like the court so they can understand exactly like what our arguments are on each side.
Right. Now, how did you even know to do this?
I think I'll take that question. So I had done this, last year, my junior year, before this year. So I kind of was thrown into the fire a little bit last year because that was the first year that we'd ever done this conference at Upperman. And so I kind of had to, how do you do this, right?
Yeah.
So there was a lot of, I get down there and the kids that are down there are really willing to help you with a lot of things. Yeah. And they really helped us. And so I learned how to write a brief kind of after I got down there. Gotcha. I'd submitted my brief, but I didn't really know how to analyze case law and how to do all that stuff. And this was Tehya's first year, so I kind of had to, I guess, teach her to the best of my abilities how to do that.
Oh, that's awesome. And then, with the chosen for judicial review, now explain to us what that means.
So judicial review is kind of a bonus component of the conference. So you have, like she was talking about, we go and argue at the Supreme Court. And so about halfway through the conference, they'll choose a bill from the other component of the conference, which is legislative. So the bill this year was infringing on the Sixth Amendment right to fair and speedy trial. So they were essentially these mentally ill people where they were not fit to stand trial. They were trying to put them into facilities, and it was eventually ruled that was against this fair and speedy trial. So they select a bill that poses constitutional questions, and then lawyers apply to be chosen to argue in favor of the bill against the Solicitor General and Attorney General. And so, I was fortunate enough to be chosen as the senior counsel for that bill. And so I got to argue against the Solicitor General and Attorney General. And, a team of lawyers kind of get together and work on the case. And, it's a really quick turnaround. You only get 4 or 5 hours, and then you got to argue it. And so we researched and got the argument together, and another student and I from another school got to go argue that. So that was a great opportunity.
So is this a class at Upperman? I mean, how do you get involved in something like this?
Well, it's not really a class right now, but it's a club.
Okay.
And I don't know exactly because I'm not really involved in that club, but I am in this. But I think that's like really the only thing that like we do exactly with that, unless there's more that we do in student government than that.
So
like conference-wise.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but so student government has been sponsoring this conference. Miss Amy Rashawn, who's actually the vice principal at Cookeville, was the one who brought this conference to us. And her and I kind of researched it last year, and I actually argued with her son, and we won the model case. Shout out to Gabriel Rashawn if you're watching this. And so we won that. And then, so this year we got a new SGA sponsor, and, we had some difficulties with, we had a scheduling conflict. And so I went to Miss Susie and asked her, I was like, hey, Tehya's interested in law. This is a great opportunity. And so we kind of we're just going to do it. And so we fundraised and all that and got down there. But we have submitted a request to the board to make this its own club.
Oh, nice.
To make youth and government separate entity from student government. So maybe
you've got
this
some
will
credentials now to take to the board. I mean,
Maybe.
Winning, having the superior brief. I mean, that kind of holds a little weight, I would think. A little street cred for you guys. Yeah. So, Ian, do you want to be a lawyer?
Yes, sir, I do. I've wanted to be a tax attorney since I was 7.
Really?
Yes.
Well, you're welcome to try out of mine. I mean, really, But so, what are you going to do after college? And you said you were a senior.
Yes, sir. I'm a senior. So I'm actually signed to play football at Sewanee. So I'm going to be going down there for for my pre-law stuff, and then on to law school. That's sort of my plan.
Nice. Now, Tehya, what year are you in school?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior. Do you want to be a lawyer as well?
Yes.
Really?
I was kind of on the fence. I wasn't entirely sure if that's what I wanted to do, but then after Ian and my mom kind of voluntold me to do this, I went and I had a lot of fun, and I didn't think I would have a lot of fun, and then it really sparked my interest in doing that, and that's what I think I want to do.
But now, aren't you really also involved in the AV
Yes.
class at Hive TV?
Yes,
So you don't want to pursue a television career? Or do you
So-
want to be like the law lady on TV?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
my mom, she had a television show, and I traveled with her since I was really little.
Yeah.
And I always thought that was cool, but then as I started doing it myself and being like the anchor man or
Yeah.
whatever for our school, I was like, I don't know if I want to be on TV all the
Yeah.
time. I'd rather argue and put some bad guys away or
There
something.
you go. Yeah, that's awesome. So are there any more conferences or anything like that, or is this pretty much it?
So there's another conference. I'm obviously going to be gone. I don't know if they're going to be doing it. It's Model United Nations.
Okay.
I know Cookeville participates in that, and did participate in youth and government, but they don't anymore.
Yeah.
So Model United Nations is essentially international government instead of state government.
Okay.
So I'm very interested in that. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do it. But yeah, as far as legal stuff, we don't have a mock trial team. We don't have a law class or anything along those lines. And if you want to get involved in law, this is really the only opportunity that you have.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that we should definitely discuss. Are there ways for us to get, because a lot of the other schools that go to this conference and other schools in general have pre-law classes, they
Right.
have pre-law clubs,
Oh, wow.
they have different things like that. We went down there, and a lot of them were talking about, we were working on this in class. So they have a class
Wow.
to work on this stuff, and we had to do all this stuff outside of school. And I just really think that we should open doors, and I think that it would open doors to a lot of students that are interested in it that maybe don't even know it exists.
Yeah. And Tehya, you're a junior, so you'll be back next year.
Yes.
So obviously you probably want to go back to this conference
Yes,
again.
I
Yeah.
do. Whenever I started it, I was a little kind of standoffish. I was like, I don't know if I can do it. I didn't want to mess up. But once I've done it now, it takes learning experience to actually
Yeah.
understand exactly what you need to do. And now that I've had that experience, I want to bring someone else along with me and have teach them what
Yeah.
he taught me,
Right.
and then just keep going. But hopefully, like he said, if we make it its own club, we
Yeah.
can bring more people into it, and so then it'll keep going even after we're gone.
Do you have more people at Upperman High School that would be interested in this?
Yeah, we have a team that was in the House this year.
Okay.
They submitted a House bill. I'm not the person to ask about the legislative component. Because I've never done that. But yes, we do have some interest, and we had some other people who maybe wanted to go. But another issue that we ran into was the fundraising. It was very difficult for us to get all the money together. One thing was it was short notice.
Yeah.
I kind of talked to Miss Dobbs, a month and a half before, and we got all the money together. But I think if we were able to make it its own club and we could do consistent fundraising throughout the year,
Right.
we would be able to offer, sponsorships or whatever it may be to those students that, financial issues was an obstacle for them, and I think that's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because the kids that are interested really do love it. I mean, anybody that goes down there, I've never had anyone come home and say, oh, I hated it, right? Everybody really does enjoy it if you're
Yeah.
interested in that sort of thing. And I think that making it its own club and maybe getting a class or something would really spike the engagement from the student body at Upperman.
And I would think with all the attorneys that are in the Putnam County area that, they would want to help, aspiring young lawyers such as yourselves with things like this, because how many people were at the Youth and Government Conference in Nashville?
About 900.
About 900. And out of 900, you guys had the superior brief. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty impressive. And that's just pretty much doing it on your own,
Right.
without a class, without a club, without anything like that. So you two could certainly be setting the groundwork for other students to come through, and I think that's awesome. I think that's, to me, that's more impressive than just winning something at a conference, is laying the foundation for other students to come.
We're really excited. And, you know, when I was talking to administration and the people that are interested in sponsoring the club, I kind of told them, I don't want this to die with Tehya and I.
Yeah.
I want it to keep going because it's something that I'm extremely passionate about and something that means a great deal to me, and that I think it would be a crime for it to not keep going because of how talented people like she is very talented. You know, she will never admit it, and the house team is very talented, and we have so many students that are interested in this and that could do so well, but either don't know about it or once again the financial obstacles, and that it's just unfortunate.
Well, I appreciate your humbleness, but I would say you're pretty talented at it too.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
And I'm sure Tehya is going to continue this after you're gone. But again, congratulations. I mean, it's so refreshing to see students, trying to make a difference, trying to do something, and to find what you like and then excel at that. And I mean, I think that's what's really cool. To go down there to a youth and government conference, to have a superior brief, and Ian, to do what you did as far as being chosen for judicial review at the high school level with really nothing more than just kind of your own figuring it out kind of stuff. I think it's great. So hopefully we'll get on board with some fundraising. Come on, local attorneys, get out there, get your checkbook out. I know you got a lot of money.
Yeah.
The school board making this an official club, that'd be awesome.
It would be.
Yeah.
And I do want to say we did have some significant help from some attorneys. I unfortunately do not know their names. She may know your name, but if you helped us, thank you very much. Please sponsor us again next year and forever.
Yeah, no pressure. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Ian Cox, Tehya Dobbs, thank you so much for being with us. And again, congratulations.
Thank you for having us.
All right. And we continue bragging about our students in the Putnam County school system. We have Rylie, Rawdon, and Chloe Zeng, two Cookeville High students who recently went to a DECA convention and did very well. And what does DECA stand for?
Distributed Education Clubs of America.
There you go, Distributed Education Clubs of America. So tell us exactly what you did at the DECA State meeting.
We competed in competitive events, and we did a team event. So basically, we had to do like a test to for them to figure out our knowledge, and then we did a role play in front of judges based off of a event. And ours was marketing.
Yeah, they gave us a case study and for a fake company, and we had to come up with a marketing plan for that company and present it to judges, but we only had 30 minutes to
Really?
to do make the marketing plan.
So you guys both interested in business? I guess that's why you're in the DECA Club?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was it like going to the state convention? Was it pretty cool?
I thought so, yeah.
It was pretty fun.
Was there a lot of students?
Yeah, I think this year was the most they've ever had or something.
Yeah,
Really?
it was over 3,000, I think. Yeah, there's a lot of people.
3,000 students.
Yeah.
And you guys came away finishing top 5
Yeah.
in an event.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. That's why we're bragging on them. So you go to this, and is this the first time you guys have been to the convention?
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think it was a good learning experience?
Yeah,
For sure,
yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
Now, is this something that you want to do again? I mean, what year are you in school, Rylie?
I'm a sophomore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chloe, what
And
about
then
you?
I'm also a sophomore.
Oh, so you got a couple more years.
Yeah, we
Kind of
do.
hone your craft and
Yeah.
be able to go. Were there other students from Cookeville High that went?
Yes.
About how many of y'all went?
I think it was 11,
Okay.
actually, yeah.
Yeah. So how often does the DECA Club meet?
I think we're aiming for once a month.
Yeah, once a month-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you plan to get out of it? I mean, what is it what you guys do when you meet? I mean, you talk about business, or you guys kind of, just tell me about what your meetings are like.
It's just going over our because everyone does a different category, so we have to go over our personal categories, and then we can ask help if we need to understand a different topic or a new topic we didn't get before.
Okay.
Yeah, they kind of want to make sure we're prepared to compete. You know, they ask us questions and kind of check up on us and see how we're doing, the progress we've made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your category was?
Team decision making, marketing management.
Wait, marketing management, team decision making.
Wow.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
a long,
Yeah, it's a
I can't even
mouthful.
say all that.
Yeah.
So what does that entail?
We had to take a test based on marketing terms, and there's a lot of stuff that goes into that, a lot of things you have to know. And so we went and we took a test, and then that was before we even went to state. So then we go, we kind of just hang out. Like, I was a voting delegate, so I had to go to a couple extra meetings and whatever to vote for, like, the state president and all that. So then that's when they kind of call you in that morning, and you go in to get, like, your case study and all of that, and that's when that starts, is when you're there after you've taken the test.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it sounds fascinating, and the fact that you went and there was 3,000 other students there, and you
Yeah.
guys did this well. Does it kind of give you some confidence moving forward?
I think so. I didn't. If I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think we were gonna do that. Me either.
Don't sell yourself short.
We actually had an incident while we were there. We thought we didn't make it. They had made a mistake and left us out of the
Really?
list. Yeah, so I didn't
Wow.
go up accept an award or anything. Or Chloe had already left for a color guard competition, and we thought we did not even place top 10. So it was pretty exciting to find out that we actually
you
had
in the top 5.
Yeah, even.
So even though you're sophomores, do you kind of know what you want to do when you get out of school?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to pursue something in marketing because that's just what I'm interested in and stuff.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I definitely plan on doing more like business administration. Like, I do like the marketing aspect, and I also like the salesmanship
Yeah.
aspect as well. Not so much the finance, but yeah, that is something that I'm interested in like pursuing in college.
Awesome. And I think it's neat that you guys are finding these things out now, that you're getting some experience and you're seeing other students and what they present and going forward. So now, are there offices in the DECA club? Like, is there a president, vice president?
Yeah.
kind of thing? Do you guys hold offices?
No, we
no.
don't. That's usually the upperclassmen, kind of reserve those spots, but I'm thinking about maybe running next year.
All right.
So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on your success.
Thank you.
How's the rest of your school year going? I mean, is everything else going good?
Yes,
Yeah,
I would say
think
so.
You're in the last 9 weeks. I mean, that's got to be
Yeah.
good.
Last stretch.
Yeah. All right. Well, congratulations, Rylie, Rawdon, and Chloe Zeng from Cookeville High School. They're sophomores. They did great at the DECA State Convention. And again, congratulations.
Thank you.
And that's going to do it this week for the PCSS Connection. Hey, be sure to check us out on our social media pages. You can also check this particular episode out on our YouTube channel. And I said it was a busy week. Oh, don't forget about the Festival of Movement that we had recently. And as we wind up this show, check out some of the fun from the Festival of Movement. God bless everybody.